Last week's parsha began outlining the various korbanot, and this week's parsha Tzav continues with additional offerings. After completing this presentation, the Torah turns to the special inaugural sacrifices to be brought during the installation of Aaron and his sons as Kohanim. At the conclusion of this section, the Torah states, "This is the law of the offerings, which God had commanded Moshe on Mount Sinai, on the day he commanded the children of Israel to bring their offerings to God in the Sinai wilderness." If the Torah is describing God's instructions for the offerings, why mention both Mount Sinai and the Sinai wilderness? Abarbanel explains that the Torah is highlighting not only where the command was given, but when. The children of Israel were still encamped at Mount Sinai when they received the mitzvah of korbanot. But this command did not come at the moment of the revelation. It came later, after the building of the Mishkan. By mentioning the Sinai wilderness, the Torah signals the timing. The mitzvah became relevant only once the Mishkan existed. The Malbim offers a different approach. Although the revelation at Sinai included the command to bring sacrifices, it was necessary to repeat the mitzvah with all its details at the moment the offerings would actually begin. The repetition ensured clarity and precision. Mentioning both locations reinforces the command and its practical instructions. A third possibility emerges from the Gemara in Zvachim 1:15b. All commandments were given at Sinai, but only in general terms. The full details were conveyed later, as each mitzvah became relevant, through Moshe at the tent of meeting. In the case of korbanot, the broad principles were taught at Sinai, while the specifics were taught later in the wilderness. Building on these ideas, we can understand Mount Sinai and the Sinai wilderness as representing two complementary stages that often appear throughout the Torah. Mount Sinai symbolizes learning, the conceptual definition of a mitzvah. The Sinai wilderness represents implementation, putting that knowledge into practice. These two stages often intersect. We see this pattern elsewhere. Chazal compare the building of the Mishkan to the creation of the world. The first chapter of Breshit presents the design, the conceptual structure of creation, while the second chapter zooms in on how that design was brought into reality. Similarly, the Rambam and other authorities note that for a sin to be punishable, the Torah must first issue a warning, and only afterward can the prohibition be enforced. Again, a two-step system, definition, then application. Similarly, Pirkei Avot chapter 4, Mishnah 5 reflects the same structure, where Chazal describe 4 stages of learning, arranged in 2 pairs, to learn and to teach, and to keep and to do. To learn and to teach corresponds to Mount Sinai, the realm of acquiring and transmitting knowledge. To keep and to do reflects the Sinai wilderness, the realm of applying that knowledge and living it in practice. So perhaps the Torah mentions both Mount Sinai and the Sinai wilderness to teach that both are essential, the learning and the doing. Only by engaging in both aspects do we gain a fuller appreciation of what we are meant to accomplish and a deeper understanding of who we are meant to become. Shabbat Shalom.